So I'm making this video to go over 50 tips to build and ship products. Probably in this video I'll only get through 10, but by the end you'll be able to use these tips to ship your products and hopefully monetize them faster. So that's the entire goal, just for credential's sake. So here are some of the stuff that I've done. So I've worked at Amazon for 4 years, and basically through the 4 years I've learned a lot of stuff that made me ship products faster. Then I've started building when I was around 17 or 18, and I've built over like 100 side projects, and only a small portion of those have actually been live, but I've learned a lot of stuff that I think will be useful for you. Let's get started with the first tip. You question all requirements. So this one seems pretty simple, but I think a lot of people just add too many requirements to their project. So let's say I'm trying to ship a project. Like ideally what I will do is I will think of everything that I think I need, and then I will try to rationalize if that actually is needed. And in most cases, it's really not. Like what you really do need is like a product that solves a problem. You only need a product that someone will pay for, and the way for them to actually pay. What you really need is like just a payment system that allows them to pay you. Then the other main thing is if you identify the problem and if you came up with a solution to solve the problem, right? So these are really the only two requirements, and anything else is just gravy. Question all requirements and to delete anything not needed. So the next step is to use AI to help write and debug code. So right now I use a lot of Claude. As of August 23, this will probably change in the future, but I think AI will be a major factor of how we create products, especially in the software world. The main tip is to find AI tools to help you write code or build products faster. This isn't just for writing code, but let's say you're trying to like make designs for art or ads, or using AI to write your copy. The main point is just to figure out what is available in the market that can help you go faster and use those tools, because oftentimes like these tools cost like $20 to $30, and that can be the difference of you shipping within 1 week or 1 month. So it's a big unlock. So right now I'm using Claude and Cursor. Cursor is the code editor I'm using for writing code. These are the main tools that I'm using. But let's move on. This one is related to the first one, which is just when you question your requirements. I think the other key part is to delete anything that is not needed. I will give you guys a real life example. So when I launched Exploding Insights, so this is a product that I'm working on, a database of ideas, and it helps you find profitable ideas faster. Okay, so right now this UI looks really nice. So initially it was just a 1-page Google sheet, and over time as more people bought it and more people actually use the product, then I moved it from a Google Sheet to this actual app. I think if I had this requirement of I can only launch this if I had the web app, I think that would have slowed me down by months. In the beginning, especially if you're not sure if the product will take off, the key is to delete anything. Whatever you think you need actually isn't needed, and it goes back to the first point, which is like the only thing you really need is something that will solve someone's problem, and oftentimes it's not building out this entire elaborate web app. So that's like the main thing that I've learned through a lot of my other projects, which is like over engineer a lot of things. You need something that will solve someone's problem. Nice design, nice writing, nice whatever is just stuff that will slow you down. Make sure that you are questioning all your requirements and deleting anything that will slow you down. So the next one is bare minimum. So this kind of goes hand in hand with the third point, which is try to think of what you need at the bare minimum. If it solves a problem, then someone will pay you for that product. So that's like just boiling it down to the first principles of essentially what a business is, which is just solving a problem for someone. So let's move on to the next one, which is simplicity scales. Oftentimes builders waste time with the newest framework in JavaScript, or trying to have this really elaborate setup on AWS or like any of these other platforms. And I think the biggest thing that I learned, especially through building a lot of products, is that having the most simple web app is a huge time saver, because one, you don't have to waste time learning this new language. Then two, it's actually a lot easier because you're not spending your time debugging stuff or like fixing things that come up with like stuff that generally is newer. So I think the thing that I always draw back to is thinking what is the most simple way that I can build this thing. And I think whenever there's some complex solution or something that sounds really complicated, I try to not use it and always just use whatever is simplest. So yeah, that's the next one. And then let's do one more because it's getting close to the time, which is outsourcing unimportant parts. So let me go over example of what this means. So when you have a web app, there's different stuff like hosting, analytics, payments, like the actual web app. So there's multiple parts within just even building a SaaS or any product really. But I think that the key part is that in the beginning, you should outsource as much of the development as possible so that you can get the product to the hands of your customers. One example is that when I launched my B2B sales SaaS app, it was a video sales app. And if you guys want to look it up, it's called .io. So this was a site, and basically I will tell you guys how this was launched. So basically for the hosting, we did not self-host. This was hosted on Webframe, right? Webform. Is it form or Webframe? Webflow. Okay, so Webflow is like one of these no-code landing pages where it allows you to host your landing page, right? So we outsource this. Then for analytics, we use Google Analytics. And then for payments, we use Stripe. And then this is the key part. When we built the app, like I tried to find as many APIs that I could outsource to other companies. One of the key parts of this business was taking screenshots. If I tried to do it myself, it would take weeks. I found a company that took screenshots for you, and then I just used their API. And then like other parts of the app, I just try to outsource as much as possible just to get the app shipped within 10 days. I think the key point from this is that I think you need to figure out like what you should outsource and what you shouldn't outsource. Customers probably only want one result, right? And you have to be really good to build this product that solves their pain point and to help them get the result that they want. If anything is slowing you down, especially you helping your customers, you should outsource it. The only small thing that I will note is that when you scale, I think it's fine if you bring a lot of that outsource stuff in-house. One of the biggest pain points of this product was that like as we got a lot more users, the cost of the screenshots actually costed a lot more. So that was a choice where we decided to build our in-house API that took screenshots. And the key part of that is that when we started, we made the conscious decision that to go faster, we would just outsource and pay someone to access or use their API. But as we scaled and as the concept was validated, then we brought the API in-house so that we saved costs. So I think it's important just to note that if you're trying to save time versus save cost, in the beginning, it's better to save time and just get the product out in the hands of your users or customers. So that's the end of this video. I will probably make 2 more follow-ups because I have 50 more ideas. Let me know if you guys actually like this. If you guys don't, then I probably won't make another video. But if you do, let me know. And if you found any of this useful, hopefully, yeah, I will see you guys later.